All right. Here is my quiz recording. Oh, I need to refresh. There we go. That should get me in. Okay. Screen capture. Yep. Okay. Do not use the class meeting room. Okay. Yep. Okay. Cool. Identify the most appropriate purpose of each pass in a deferred lighting pipeline. Okay. So let's see. The first one would be to I think calculate the images of the models. And the second one would be to do the shading that got put back. So that'd be Fong, so I'm using samples from previous passes. And then the next one would be then the third one would be the lighting. I believe, which would be, what's the best one? Oh God, I don't know about number 4. I'm gonna say calculate, and I'm gonna say perform complete lighting algorithm here, but it might be a different one. I've got to think. Images of scene attributes and geometric data. That should be G buffer. Mr. T. Okay, that's good. Political divide. This is not a thing. Perspective divide. Okay, that's cool. Render spheres to represent light. Um, I'm not sure I understand this one. Fragment shader writing several colors at once. Perspective multiply. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Is that what the this is not a thing would be like? Oh gosh, oh god, this is going to confuse me. Divide clip space coordinate by its own. This is perspective divide. I know that. Um, Writing several colors at once. Is that yeah, no. That's perspective multiply, light post processing. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know if this is not a thing means like the fragment shader writing several colors at once is not a thing, or if it's like a joke entry. I Yikes. I'm definitely gonna overthink that. That's not ideal. Render spheres to represent light. Is that perspective multiply? It's not Mr. T. It's not political divide. I have G buffer done. It's not a frame buffer. The render spheres to represent light. Model. It'd be render fragment shader. Is that perspective multiply? I'm gonna put this temporarily. That doesn't feel right. It might not be a thing, but I'm like sketched out by that answer. I feel like I'm so I don't I don't trust it. Render spheres to represent light. I'm just gonna put select the correct. It's not what a frame buffer is. An MRT, a light prepass, light post processing. We did that in the deferred lighting light prepass. I'm gonna say light prepass. Match the following images to what they represent. Oh, I think I can do this one. This is a scene depth. B is the um, scene specular highlights. That's the one I'm not so sure about. This one is um, scene. That one's not normals. This one is scene texture coordinates. Gee, it's not position because position would look weird. I'm gonna say scene text chords, and I'm gonna say normal. That's what I think those are. I'll have to come back to some of these because I know that some of these are off, and I'm just like overthinking. overthinking them. Okay. So we have UV light samplers. This looks like deferred shading, I think. I think it's supposed to be deferred shading. Okay, where's line? Okay, I see it. Line A. So line A is I just did U count. Let's see what options we have. We have a Vec 4, a Mat 4. Pertinent vector U uniform Mat 4 U pertinent matrix, we're gonna say. Because pertinent vectors down here, and you wouldn't do a Vec 4 Mat matrix. Like, that wouldn't be a thing. Okay, so now we're gonna do the thing with the perspective divide. So I just have to remember, oh god, I just have to remember the order of these steps. Okay, so we have pertinent vector equals um, pertinent vector equals, no, I don't think it'd be that. I think it'd be this one first, to give it a value at all, because it doesn't even have a value, so that makes sense. And the matrix goes on the left. And then we need to do one where it multiplies by pertinent vector equals vec4 v text chord texture u image 04. 04 is text chords. 06 is position. So I'm going to say 04. And then that one is definitely divide by W. I know that. Okay, I think that makes sense. I think that's right. Let me just make sure it is. Okay, it's still going. Okay, I was very paranoid about that. Which of the following are among the best games? Um, um, I mean, I know this is the Dan answer for sure. This is the Dan. I don't know if that matters. But I'm gonna say my favorite game, Super Mario 64. I guess is cool. I don't know Banjo Kazooie. Or do I? I feel like I should. The name sounds familiar, but I can't place it, and I don't wanna Google it right now. But I'll have to double check it afterwards because I do not remember. Super Mario 64. I guess I'll say those three. That's what I'll say. Insert name of my favorite game because of course that would be among the best games. Dragon Quest. For Dan. For you, I guess I should say, and Super Mario 64 because I don't know, Mario's pretty cool. I like Mario from when I played it as a kid. Well, not that Mario, but a Mario. Okay, let me go back up here really quickly and look it over with the time that I have left. So I think first we did forward shading, and I remember we put the models up. Like, we have to have the models there first, I think. Like, we don't, because we don't, yeah, we want the models first. So that way we can see what we need to do with them. The second pass, I remember we calculated the Phong sum, I want to say, using the samples from the previous passage, because that was deferred. That was in the the render file. I remember. I remember reading that. Then this one, capture images of scene attributes and geometric data. Calculate lighting components while drawing light volumes. I think we had to sample text. I remember having to sample textures, set up light stuff. I'm trying to carry over the thought process to here, to help me figure out how exactly I want to describe it. I wouldn't say not a. Oh, shoot. Is the fourth pass not perform complete lighting algorithm? Wait a minute. What if I don't remember a fourth pass, actually. I just noticed not applicable. I remember doing a third pass. I don't remember a fourth pass. I don't know if this is going to be a trick. that's gonna get me. But I remember doing 3, and I don't remember a fourth, unless I'm just blanking on it. And it was like I'm trying to picture the slideshow in my head. Okay, I have 5 minutes. I gotta move. I definitely know the geometric data scene attributes is gbuffers. That definitely sounds right. Render spheres to represent lights. I remember doing that in the pre-pass, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. Even though that one I'm a little confused on what exactly it means. I don't know if that's probably just going over my head. Fragment shader writing several colors at once. Um, is possible. I mean, it can change over the course, or is that over the course of the vertex shader? Oh God. Now I'm now I'm trying to picture it. Um, I don't think it's perspective multiply. That does not sound right, actually. Like that sounds wrong. I don't think it's F buffer. It's not a frame buffer thing. Um, light post processing, I don't think so. I'm gonna say this is not a thing actually, because I don't think any of them match unless it's MRT. But I don't. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I know that this is perspective divide. I know that's G buffers. I feel like that's late prepass because that's where I did it. And that I'm a little sketched out about because I know it's not perspective multiply. That's not it. There's no way. There's no way it's perspective multiply. Because perspective divide, yeah, it just doesn't, no. There's no way. I don't think. Unless perspective multiply means something completely different from what perspective divide applies to, but I can't imagine that's the case. Scene depth, specular highlights. Specular? Yeah, I want to say that's specular. Unless there's one that makes more sense. Stencil? No. Diffuse shading? No. It's not position. It wouldn't be texture coordinates. It wouldn't be normal map. It wouldn't be depth because I used those 3. It's not the scene normals. Yeah, I think specular highlights is just the one that makes the most sense. Scene texture coordinates geometric, yep, because I remember one of these was the text chord, because I always think it's color, but it's actually the text chord one. I don't know why I always call it color, but it's actually the text chord one. And normals from the normal map, because I remember they're always like tinted this blue color thing. Um, this one I'm going to start with the matrix because I need to define the matrix out there, and it's not that one. Pertinent vector, yep, because pertinent vector needs a value for us to do anything with it. And then we're doing a vec4 for this dot r, but we want uimage04 instead of uimage06 because uimage04 is text chords and uimage06 is position. And we don't want to use position. And then finally we divide for the perspective divide. So I'm assuming that this is a deferred shading or thing that we're trying to do this perspective divide for, and then the favorite games. So I think I pretty much just gotta turn it in now. I'll wait for it to submit. Great, and that's my video.